right, here's a fun little video I've been looking forward to. This is not the MMC prototype. This is Ariel Lemon, Fakebusker83 on Shapeways, his FACEOFF the Abstergent, a little Shapeways figure, and he was selling these at TFCon Chicago. They came in a little plastic bag. They were $55, but instead of having to buy it and paint it yourself, he had them all painted up. He had a handful of them, more than a handful, but he just had a few of them at TFCon Chicago, and each one came with a little individual hand-drawn sketch card, and this one's really cool. It's Voss there, daydreaming of all the different weapons he could become: a Gatling gun, Megatron, a slingshot, a bow and arrow. What will I be? So it's a cute little card. I like that. And on the back is all of his contact information if you want to find him on Twitter or Shapeways or all that stuff. I'll put a link to this particular figure down there in the video description. So yeah, it is Voss from the DJD, called FACEOFF the Abstergent on Shapeways, and he's pretty cool. You can see he's got the if you want to have somebody laying down and support the sniper rifle, he's got the posable supports here, as well as he's got a secondary handle here that is on a ball joint, so your figures can hold it. And these are both 5mm. I mean, this one's flat, but it'll all fit in 5mm peg hands. I've been having a great time having Brainstorm hold him. And get him in Brainstorm's hand a little bit just because of Brainstorm's forearm armor, but he's about the right size. Like in Ariel's transformation video on Shapeways, he puts him in Fall of Cybertron Shockwave's hands, and he seems a little big for that, but yeah, get him to hold it there. But you can see he's just about the right size for a Voyager class figure as a sniper rifle, and you can fold these up if you don't want it when he's holding them as a rifle, if he's not laying down, and take a name that came in pegged there. Now, it is a Shapeways model, and as such, it has that textured Shapeways plastic feel, but design-wise, it's really, really cool, and you're going to see some of that as we transform him. But yeah, you can have him held by other figures, anybody with a 5mm port, like here's Jetfire. You can plug it into his hand. So it can be held by your other figures, which is really, really cool. Pick this up a little bit so you can see it. So yeah. And then to transform it, go ahead and pull him off. The transformation, like I said, it is Shapeways. Shapeways has pretty tough plastic, but there are some small fragile bits, so you do want to be careful doing it. But so yeah, here's his rifle mode. This is with these folded up. Again, you're going to have these folded down, but you fold these up. I'll fold this little peg down, and you come here and you just split what will be his elbows apart. You see they tab into either side of this, and this gun assembly will just set off to the side for right now. And then up here you want to hold on, let me lower this back down and keep it a little frame a little easier. So then you pop these off, these side panels that hold the arms in place, and then the arms take the scope and turn it sideways. Lift the arms up, come back here, unpeg the legs, lift them up from here, and then each side, go ahead and split them. Each side, actually, there's a little clip here in his leg, snaps into place here. Okay, it snaps into there, and he's still got a joint there. Spread the legs a little bit, pull this part out. Then up here, here's where it gets tricky. So bring the arms down and around so the red part faces out, and down and around here. Rotate them at the elbow, and then rotate the wrist around 180 degrees there. And then this little handle can fold up along his shoulder here. And then once you got all this set up, this whole piece rotates up and around like that. Before you get too far, though, you want to make sure you take the whole scope piece and this piece, fold it down so this comes up right against the back of his head, and so see all this all lines up right here. Bring it down. This piece will go. The purple piece goes up into the to fill out the abdomen. It'll kind of come out up here under the. You see it comes in right there under the abs, and then this piece snaps. You have to push it to get everything lined up and kind of snap it together. So that piece snaps all the way back up into the back to secure it. and cleans, and there's no gun parts hanging off his back, which is really cool. And then the scope folds up and around like this, up and around like that, and then his feet, and there you have a little Voss from the DJD. He's super cool. Like, that transformation is insane. Figuring all that out. I've heard the Mastermind one will be similar to that, but again, it's figuring out the same transformation off the same character in the comic, so there's going to be some similarities. But this is really, really neat. He can hold the rifle part of, the front part of his rifle has a little peg here. He can hold that in his hand. He's got little 5mm pegs as well. So he can have a weapon himself, or this can also be held by 5mm peg, larger characters. You can take this scope here, little scope part, and there's a little clip here on the back of his backpack. And this, you don't clip it in, you come from the top and slide it down into place here. You can slide that down, and he carries it kind of up on his shoulder like he does. So yeah, that is a really, really cool little kit. Like I said, he was selling these for $55 at TFCon. You can print them yourself off of Shapeways. You can get it in white, strong, flexible plastic and paint it yourself. You can get the whole thing printed in violet plastic and just paint the gray bits on, however you want to do it. But it's really, really neat. And like I said, these are on ball joints up here, so you can kind of pose these however you want. It rotates. His head, I can't tell if his head turns or not. I don't want to force it. Yeah, his head's on a ball joint, so you can turn his head. He's got a hinge at the elbow as well as the ball joint out here, so you've got a lot of good posability in the elbow. Ball jointed elbows. He does have a wrist swivel. He does not have a waist swivel due to his transformation, but that's hardly a flaw on a guy that's tiny. Ball joint hips. He's got knee articulation, and then he's got foot, little ankle joint down here as well, which is just a swivel. So you've got a lot of really good posability out of this guy. And just a really, really neat design. I'm glad I picked this up. So thanks, Ariel, because this is super cool. This joint, again, just Shapeways tolerances. This joint's a little loose on here, but it's not. It doesn't affect him. Clearly, it doesn't affect him standing at all. It just when you pick him up, this foot likes to flop a little bit, but nothing major. But yeah, just a really neat design, a really nice representation of Voss from the DJD. And I said I like this one because it works with the figures I have, whereas the Mastermind one I think is going to be scaled larger. So it's oh, come on, stand up. So he's gonna scale like he looks like a sniper rifle for like Feral Rex. That's how big he is. He's a larger scale figure. He might still be able to be held with smaller figures, but he's gonna look huge. And this one fits really well with some of my Voyager class characters. Like Brainstorm or Jetfire look really, really good holding him. Even a deluxe class figure wouldn't look completely out of place hanging onto this guy in gun mode, which is really cool. So there it is, Face Off the Abstergent from Fakebusker83 on Shapeways. If you'd like to order your own and build it, the link is right down there in the description. Again, thanks Ariel for the kit. It's really, really nice. This is really, really well designed and very cool.